All right, guys, so you know exactly what I'm saying about this thing here. This is the OLED Switch. This is my favorite Switch. This is what I use all the time. I do have a Switch Lite, and while I love that form factor, using this just feels right. And I'm going to give you a few reasons why you should not get the Switch 2 yet. Sure, this system has had the greatest 4 days of sales, selling 3.5 million units, and it's going to do great. Over the lifespan of this is basically, think of like the power of a GameCube in the palm of your hand, with the next generation being more like not even modern day consoles, but a generation previous to that, but still in the palm of your hand. And finally, it's getting ports of these major games like Cyberpunk, and I think GTA is going to be coming to this thing, but this is not ready yet. Cyberpunk is out. I heard it plays beautifully on there. I've seen run-throughs and it looks great. GTA is probably not going to come until next year. So you're thinking, okay, what are the main games that we have to play on here? And because I find Nintendo games having such great replay factor, I don't think there's anything that's going to be coming out unless you're very into the brand new games, that's going to be pushing you to buy this system over, the 2 over this system, or the Lite, or the regular, or whatever it is. And case in point, the biggest game for Nintendo users, primarily, and just in sales and everything, is going to be Pokemon ZA. And the thing is, that's going to be a dual release with this and the Switch 2. And also knowing what they do, where you can buy a Switch version of something and then down the line have it upgraded for maybe $10 to $20 with possible added DLC, it just kind of makes no sense. Like, if you have a Switch and if you're waiting for the new Pokemon game, maybe you're waiting for something else, but maybe if you're waiting for the new Pokemon game, because in my case, I use this as a Pokemon machine. As you can also see, I have Mario Kart there. I have other games, and just like a back catalog of whatever. But I think the 3 primary games, the ones that people use all the time, are going to be Pokemon, it's going to be Mario Kart for fun, and it's going to be Super Smash Brothers. Now, this new Super Smash Brothers has not even been officially announced yet. It's going to be down the line. We know something's going to be coming eventually, but it's just not yet. But then there's the possibility of that game being being dual released for the Switch 1 and the Switch 2. We may get something else similar to it because, well, actually, you know what? All right, sometimes when I say something, I go back on things. Hey, that's okay. Nintendo uses uses the system to be an introduction to buy more expensive products like their games. Sometimes they'll sell a system at a loss, especially now that we have things like tariffs affecting this. That may be an issue. So they are trying to get as many systems, Switch 2s, as possible to sell as many games as possible. And until a certain threshold has been reached, they're going to dual release a lot of these games, I believe, until they have enough Switch 2 users where they're only going to sell Switch 2 games, like for the brand new games, just to push people to drive into getting this. I think they're going to do that around the holidays. For example, okay, the Pokemon game is going to be dual released, and then I will just later upgrade to a Switch and then upgrade that ZA game, Pokemon game, to a Switch 2 version via upgrade, and then I'm kind of set, but I haven't had to make the investment to get the Switch 2 yet. Now, another thing as well. The Switch 2, with its not so great battery life, let's compare that to the original Switch. That sold great. Pandemic made that blow up into something a little bit unnatural for its timeline, but I didn't get into, and I honestly did not get a Switch until I got the Switch Lite. I wanted to spend a small amount of money to play the newest Pokemon game because that's just what I like. I'm not a big video game person. I'm a casual, and I like playing things casually. Now, this form factor with the Switch 2, it's going to make me get more high quality games now that's going to have more horsepower, but that's going to be coming later for me and other people. But it's just the Switch Lite was perfect. It ran all the games. I could run Scarlet on a Switch Lite if I really wanted to, but there were some times when I was like, oh, maybe I'm going to dock it. I haven't used the dock in years. Yeah, years. I don't even know where it is. I think it's in store. No, it's somewhere in a cabinet or maybe in storage. Anyway, whatever the fact is, I got the Switch Lite because it was a smaller form factor, had okay battery life, better than the original, at least for my usage case, and I think that was just great. But that's the thing. I think they're going to go on the same trajectory as they did for the original. They're going to have their Switch 2. That's going to be with their original seller. Then down the line, it's going to be a Switch Lite because they want a smaller form factor. They want to get some people that want to spend a little bit less money without the docking feature. I mean, I would think they would do this. And then they're going to come out with a Pro version. In our case, it came with an OLED screen and a better battery life. The internals were pretty much the same and it ran things the same. But the screen really did make a difference. I really think that they're going to do better battery life because now in a few years we'll have a lot of people having that new version of a lithium ion, a crystal something, which just really packs a lot of battery power into the same amount of space. So with better battery life, they'll be able to produce that cheaper and then add that OLED screen and maybe, add another $50 and you'll be fine. But those are the devices that I'm really waiting for. So I'm kind of like on the edge. This year, I know I'm sticking with this Switch, the Switch OLED, and I am playing, of course, the new Pokemon game when it comes out. To satisfy my Mario Kart, I have Mario Kart 8. I can still play that. To satisfy my Super Smash Brothers, I have that. I can play that. There are other casual games. I know I'm not going to get the new Kirby game or the new Donkey Kong game in time because they're only releasing for the Switch 2. But, that's kind of here nor there. That's something that I'm willing to sacrifice. But I think at the same time, this is something that everybody should kind of just look at. This is an amazing device that's going to be coming out, but I really think that people should wait until there's more reasons. Because right now there is a reason, I was going to say more of a reason, but multiple reasons to get it. And maybe if it's 2 years down the line, and I don't think it's going to be 2 years, I really think it's going to be 3 years in this case, there will be maybe a Switch 2 Lite, and then down the line even more will be the Switch OLED or maybe a Switch 2 Pro. That would be great to see, but it really is not the time yet to get the Switch 2, guys. If you got the Switch 2, hey, I would love to be you. That would be great. I just don't feel like spending $450 or $500 to get that bundle pack, even though I've seen so many things on TikTok about the new Mario Kart. It looks to run great, but hey, there's no Super Smash Brothers on there. I'm not a real big Zelda fan, so I'm not getting like the reimagined versions of those or the Switch 2 versions of those. I'm kind of just a Pokemon fan, so I'm kind of here. We have it. We have it here. We're gonna be fine. I'll be fine. You'll be fine too. But let's wait and let's see if maybe there's going to be some discounts for the holiday. I kind of doubt it in this case with everything shooting up in price. But yeah, I think 2 to 3 years from now, when their new devices start coming out, that's going to be the time to get this. Until then, if you have one, you're set. I think you're set. And if you do not have one, then I think this would be a good time to get a Switch 2, because if you can afford it, you have Switch 2 games, but you also have backwards compatibility, and you have a nice device, which I hear is really well made, well done, just with maybe needs like a little bit better battery life. But yeah, guys, do whatever you feel is right for you. Just my personal opinion, do not get the Switch 2. Anyway, guys, yes, put everything in the comment section below. Don't forget, I'm on Instagram and Threads at M8B9. You can email me at creativenyc2025@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you next time.